I'm about to spoil a lot of things. Just warning you. Amnesia: Machine for Pigs is a game made by the Chinese Room, most widely known for their story-driven source mod turned game Dear Esther, and lessly known for their source mod Korsakova that gave me wicked performance issues and crashed more times than I care to admit. Long story short, Frictional Games wanted more Amnesia, but didn't have the time to spare for it, so they worked out a collaboration project with the Room. That's all you're getting, so I'm gonna get to the game already. A Machine for Pigs is the kinda sorta sequel to the highly popular Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Set on New Year's Eve of 1899, putting it roughly 60 years in the future from its predecessor. You play as a man who is just a little bit obsessed with his children. Our hero, Oswald Mandus, is a rich fellow who is kind of a big fucking deal here. You wake up in your house haunted by the visions of your two weirdly named boys, Edwin and Enoch, as you try to figure out what happened while you were passed out. You uncover clues as to what went on through the typical Amnesia foray of notes, phonograms, and short cutscenes, and soon realize a few key things. Your wife kicked it whilst giving birth, you had a problem on an expedition in Mexico, and you were sick as hell, and that's why you were sleeping. Whilst exploring your mansion you call home, you come across a few secret passages that can only be described as a voyeur's paradise. Ample view to the bathroom, halls, and bedrooms. Good going, creeper. After failing at playing hide and seek with your phantom kids for the 20th time, you come across an old-timey intercom that looks like a robot, so I'm gonna stick to that. The robot tells you that your children are trapped way underground, and speaks of a machine that is flooded and in need of some fixing. Oh, and he's creepy and sounds just like you. That's kind of important. I should probably mention the pig masks. They're kind of everywhere. Jeez. Going further, you find some secret doonads behind some less than secret entrances, turn some valves, and finally make it out of your own home, because using the front door of your own home is stupid. Outside you find a truck, a vision of your kid mentioning an egg, wink, 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 and a staircase that just couldn't take it anymore. Upon waking, you realize that you're trapped and you need to find a way out. A few fuse puzzles, a bird kissing a naked lady, and teeth later, you're out. Welcome to the town. It's here you come across a meat factory, a little pig mutant in a cage, and a truck that needs some fuel. Don't worry, you got this shit. After moving the truck, you come across a graveyard with some swine, a church, and the sudden realization that this church is made for pig people. Awesome. One candle puzzle later and you open up a secret entrance below the altar. Below, Mandus finds some dark stuff, stairs, and empty cages. It's here our hero discovers a newfound threat, pig abominations. The game has pig in the title, what did you expect? After scooting off away from our oinky foe, you come across a meat processing plant. Your processing plant. Yeah, you kind of own a butchery enterprise, I guess that's sort of important. This is the place. Right below this big old building is a huge machine made for fucking the day up, and it's our hero's job to attempt to not fuck it up in the process, and complain to a robot about his boys a bit more. But first the coal puzzle. Descending deeper into the unknown, you come across more pig knights. I like calling them knights, I don't really know why. Each iteration of them becoming more and more humanoid. Jinkies. Orb, look, check it out, orb, check it, look. Oh, right, I should also probably mention it's kind of implied that you're either Alexander or Daniel's great nephew. You know, the main people from the first game. I'm kind of betting on Alexander myself. Oh yeah, look at that thing. It's adorable. One alchemical concoction, light sizzling, and padlock busting later, you come across the sewers. Hey, look, water monsters. Yay! After some plumbing work, you make your way past them and deal with your own paranoid delusions that the robot is a saboteur and has been impeding your progress. You dork. Your kids come to play mind games and you bust through another generic pump puzzle. Hey, the bridge broke. Nice job, piggy. Oh, the jokes. Puzzle, the flood is that's a lot easier to say when I write it down. Puzzle, the flood is unflooded puzzle. And here we get to the pork and potatoes of the tale. You get your first real glimpse of the machine in its entirety. It's looking pretty nice, you know. Real classy. Robot saboteur, which might just be you just saying, tells our hero to activate the machine to save his kids. He does, and well shit, it looks like he didn't save his kids after all. Who'da thunk? After returning from his trip to Imagination Land, Osmond finally recalls all those delicious bits of really important information he kind of forgot. At the expedition in Mexico, they came across the egg, which was actually the orb. Because the orb is known to rival the insane bullshit on par with Lovecraftian lore, Osmosis created the machine after seeing what the world would become in the coming years. He witnessed the death of his children through war, and the cruelty of mankind through its usual chaos that we've all grown to love. After seeing all this, you couldn't take it and just said, fuck it, pig people. Why not? Sounds awesome. Oh, he also killed his boys because he didn't want them to be part of all this shit that was going down. Dad of the year right there. And it also turns out you were the robot all along. What a twisty treat. Oh, yeah, and child slave labor and feeding them to pigs when they're done. You're a dick. Now escape through some pipes and go outside. You lovable son of a bitch, you. Because you convince yourself to turn on the machine, you let loose the pigs of war, and they go to town on the town and pork some people because fuck it, shit's fun. Man, everyone's dying and you can't do a damn thing to stop it other than listen to yourself berate yourself, read a note about looking at yourself naked in the mirror and realizing that you're kind of a dick, and then move back down towards the machine through another entrance and try to right your wrongs. Good luck with that. Zappy water puzzle. Lots of blood. Kids ripping their hearts out. Okay, now you're ready. Electro Pig. The most unnecessary but incredibly necessary thing I have ever seen in a game. You run away from this oinker like the rest of them, but god damn is it hard not to just go up there and embrace him. Look at these toys! Look at this pig! Time to run away from it in a maze. Okay, good job. Now break the machine. Okay, good job. Now look at some kind of disembodied version of yourself, I think. Okay, good job. Now kill yourself. Happy New Year's, Ozenheimer. You still fucked up, but at least you killed a few hundred people and not everyone. Good job. You win. Personal opinion time. I'm gonna say what everyone else has already said. This game would have been a lot better received without the Amnesia name being carried with it. Because it's serving as an indirect sequel to Amnesia, it kinda carries the same expectations and standards the original gives off, which is a truly horrifying experience. The Machine for Pigs wasn't, in my own personal opinion, able to deliver this. It told an interesting and deep tale, but at times it became just a bit too convoluted, and then when the twist came, it just kinda maybe was a little bit it was obvious. The twists, they kind of expected them, really. It was an impressive game, but I don't think it's the kind of game I was expecting as an Amnesia fan myself all this time. But hey, whatever. Fuck it. On its own, I thought it was a fine experience, but I just can't help but compare it to The Dark Descent, and the idea of what it could have been. Dude. And that's it. It's gonna go right here.